Unlike insurance plans with huge deductibles, M-Plan pays from the start. And that's a big step in the right direction.
He goes to the county fairs, too. But he likes this fair the best.
There's so much different atmosphere at the Common Ground Fair than there is at the county fair, because the county fair, and all they're out is for the money. Here the kids are relaxed, they're running around, they're seeing the animals, they're learning, they're writing in the scrapbook, go back to study. It's a real fine thing. Rusty, Rusty, come up here.
The Maine Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association has been running the Common Ground Fair for almost 20 years. And every year, it just gets more popular.
How'd it go? See her? Oh, neat!
More than 55,000 people showed up during 3 days at the Windsor Fairgrounds this year. And there seemed to be plenty of room for everyone.
By the homesteaders, per se homesteaders, but they're just the back-to-the-ground people. And they're here, the other folks are here because it's something they would like to do, but just don't dare to quite do it, I believe.
There are herb farmers and sheep farmers, weavers and spinners and beekeepers.
This has the honeycomb in it, see? That's just like straight from the beehive.
There are granite splitters, blacksmiths, and timber framers, makers of pitchforks and barrels, dog sleds and canoes, folks who raise donkeys and llamas and pigs.
It's just people who really appreciate, self-sustaining agriculture.
There's Al Ginsberg, who grew up in New York City, but wanted his kids to grow up in Maine.
They're really delicious, though. You should try, like, the strawberry.
And Suzanne Grossneck, who's been a beekeeper for 20 years. She's from Dayton, Ohio.
Fun. People like to take out a piece of the comb. My friends from Maine kept saying, come to Maine, it's beautiful, the people are nice, the land is gorgeous. And we did it.
Fricassee of peregrine falcon would suffice, but they're small, give me two.
There's even a guy who calls himself the Northwoods Balladeer. He emerges from his Northwoods cabin every year to sing at the Common Ground Fair.
I hear an August deer is mighty tasty. Wood turtles make a soup like no other.
Everyone's welcome. You can check your politics at the gate.
When lightly seared and goes well with a brace of sea plover. I'll be crying mountain lions.
Nobody's getting rich at the Common Ground Fair, and that's just fine. Nobody's here for the money, and nobody's much worried about time.
I could plow in 3 days what it'll probably take a tractor to do in a matter of an hour or so, It's a lot slower, there's a lot more work involved, but for my style of doing things, I'm slow, I'm deliberative, and that's the kind of thing I like to do, I like to do it that way.
Nerf Sabatine has a farm in Whitefield, Maine. He just likes draft animals, always has. There are certain rules, ground rules, you might say, at the Common Ground Fair. No carnival rides, and no loud recorded music. There's no cotton candy, and no soda except the organic kind. If the kids want something sweet, there's plenty of honey around. They don't even sell coffee on the fairgrounds, although every year there's a pretty debate on that score. Another thing in short supply at the Common Ground Fair is litter. John Coyne and his children are volunteers on the cleanup patrol. Are there a lot of people throwing things all over the ground here?
No, most of the trash we've been picking up is old, like from another fair. The people who come to this fair are pretty good about using the receptacles.
Come on, put them in the pen.
But in spite of the rules, or because of them, Everyone seems to be having a pretty good time. The manure pitching contest is one of the only competitive events at the fair. You can win a plate, and some people take that pretty seriously.
My brother has 5 of these plates. And I have 2, and I really wanted to kind of get the gap a little closer.
There aren't many new ideas at the Common Ground Fair. No computers, no video cameras, no MTV. But there are a lot of old ideas, like getting back to a simpler way of life and making your own fun.